Hey everyone, it's Erin from Lady Collective, and welcome to my YouTube station. It's been a little bit, but I just wanted to come on here and say hi and talk a little bit more on video about my series Born in My Heart. So if you've checked out my website, here's my shameless plug. At ladybcollective.com, you'll see that there's a Born in My Heart series. And it's just dedicated to everyone who has experienced parenthood in kind of a unique way. And I'm going to share stories from myself, from others, and that's what's happening right now. So I did an intro blog on this. I also did a podcast that will be up soon. And now I'm doing a little bit of a video to explain it. So my journey is kind of a long one, just like most people. So I'll just kind of dive into a couple aspects today, and then I'll see what you guys think and where you want this to continue. So I knew I wanted to have children, and that wasn't possible. And so for me, I talk about this in my blog, I just kind of spiraled because I've always wanted to have children. I always really, really wanted that. And when I couldn't, I just kind of had to turn it off, the pain, and that's how I dealt with it. And I just became more focused on other things that I did love, but there was always this emptiness in my heart. And I didn't really know what to do with that. Because a lot of other things in life, you can work really, really hard and get kind of a version of what you want. For me, I just thought, oh my gosh, you can't have children. I don't know if I want to adopt. Like, that's it. And as I explored further, there were so many options. I talked about this a little bit earlier, that you could be a part of a child's life. There are many mother-like figures. And for me, there was mentoring and then foster respite and then fostering. And again, I think a lot of people know about adoption and even fostering, but there's a lot of misconceptions, and a lot of people don't know about, say, foster respite, for instance. So people that might want to have children, but have children of certain ages, or they're just not sure. They don't want that permanency that adoption has. And even sometimes fostering, once you get your license, you could have a child for a year or more. The goal is to have it less, but maybe somebody doesn't know if they want that kind of commitment. And with foster respite, you're able to take on different ages, different genders, different time constraints. So it kind of is a unique way that a lot of people don't know about, to see, one, if you want children, just the way you want your unique situation to be, if you're not going to have the more traditional way. And so that's kind of how I started. I actually started mentoring because that was something where people in the foster care, children in the foster care system or adoption is what I wanted to do. So they have many different kind of mentoring problems. Sorry, I'm just trying to fit this in today. Programs. And I wanted one with foster care. So I was paired up, and you could talk a few times a week, and you see them twice a month. So you do different activities with them, and it's just great because you're just another adult in their life that can help them sort through different things. And although that was very, very challenging for me, I was all about animals and dogs, and I didn't have a lot of children in my life in general, like nieces or nephews or cousins, and really was around that for very long, ever. And so I thought for sure, like, teen women, just because that's kind of the whole thing with my business and just helping women with self-esteem and all of that, like, it would just fit perfect. And teens are challenging, and I knew that, but I didn't realize that until I experienced it. And this was just at a mentoring level. So I'm glad I did, because in my head and my experiences in life were two different things. And so even though it was so challenging, it was so fulfilling for me as well. And it was hard. Like, that's just probably the understatement of the year. Um, but there was something that kept me going and wanting to do more of foster respite where they can come over and I would care for them, whether it be a day, whether it be 3 weeks, whether it be a month. And even then, it started off with just one time a month for a 24-hour period. And again, every child or teen comes with unique experiences and trauma and a whole bunch of things. And I was surprised how just a 24-hour period was difficult as well. And I just knew that this was a huge learning curve. And for me, before I impulsively would have been like, I'm just going to go straight to adoption. I want a child of my own, and it's going to be permanent, and I don't want to deal with, there's good and bad. That's permanent, but also the steps before where they're not permanent. You can get attached, different things happen, but also it's not fair to the child, in my opinion, if I just didn't know, right? It might have been easier, the route to take, but I wanted to take my time in this. Of course, part of me wanted to just rush through it, but I just wanted to feel it out. And going through that process, I really felt out what age groups. I learned so much about kids and children. I take back so many things I thought when I wasn't a parent that I'll be sharing soon. And just, I went with it. And then I wanted to do the next one, which was fostering, which I knew could have even a longer period of time. I wasn't quite sure, but I knew I wanted to go along with that journey, at least for now, and who knows how long after. And I just, again, with the challenges, the blessings and what I've learned and what I was able to give them and they were able to give me, it was just such a beautiful thing. But again, very challenging. It will challenge yourself. It will challenge your relationships in your life, family in your life, friends. You will go through hard times. You will lose people. You will also gain valuable people and substance and all that good stuff too. It's not for everyone, but and also you just never know. It's so up in the air sometimes. And that used to drive me crazy because I'm a planner. I like things planned. It helps my anxiety. It helps, this is how it's going to be. And there are just so many parts of it that you just don't know. And I love that to a point, but I absolutely can't stand it as well. So I had to go through my own kind of searching within to see how I could work with that or if that was even a good fit. I'm still going through stuff like that. And then the next thing I know, I have 2 kiddos, 4.5 and 6.5, and boom, kind of like, what just happened here? I only expected maybe 1. Then I would see down the line and it just happened. And it was scary, but it's been the most rewarding thing to date probably that I've ever done. And so I just thought about how much I saw this, but I never saw this happen in my life. If you would have told me even a year ago, I would have been so happy about that, but I would have been like, there's not a chance. There's just no chance. I can't do it. I won't be able to, just all this doubt. And it just, I don't know, it just ignited something in me. And that's when I really wanted to do the Born in My Heart series, because I know other people, whether it be adoption, fostering, infertility, anything where the child or children were born in your heart before they were actually born, before you even knew them. We go through these journeys and we talk about them. We talk about the good and the bad, but there's some unique aspects of this that I think even traditional parents can understand too. So I thought that this would be an important topic to talk about on video, on podcasts, in blogs, because there's so many areas you really could go to and so much you can learn and so much grief and loss, but substance and happiness. And I think we don't always talk about all the aspects and how it really affects our lives as well. And we tend to either feel like we're telling an overly happy story or we're just kind of complaining, because that's what was happening to me too. And since I'm on this journey, I wanted to share some of the stuff that I can share and hear from others. So that's kind of why I want to make this video. So I hope you like it. If you do subscribe, check out ladybeecollective.com and check out my blog on this and let me know what aspects you want to hear. I'm going to go through a bunch of them, but there's honestly so many areas of topics I can go with this. So comment below, or you can go to info@ladybeecollective.com and let me know. You can DM me on Instagram. In the meantime, check out my site, check out my apparel for it. It's clothing for a cause, so it always goes, a percentage of the proceeds will go to a organization. And I don't know, I just think a lot of people can relate to this, and this has been kind of on my heart. Remember, I've been saying that, like, I haven't, not like been creative like with daily posts or stuff in the past, but ever since this was happening, I feel like I've just been on the go, and I really was looking for like a project, something that really spoke to me like the rest of my ebooks did, or the other series of my blogs, and nothing was coming. And this kind of just came to me, and I think it's something that's really important and it's unique, and I really want to share, and I hope others want to share as well. So I'd love to hear from you. I hope you're having a good day. If you're not, remember that it's just a day, okay? And we all have the bad days, the mundane days, and the good days. So you're capable, you're worthy, and you are enough, no matter how you're feeling, even on your worst days. So that's it. And actually, I'm gonna go because there hasn't really been an interruption, no kids or dogs. So yes, I don't know if that's ever happened before. So have a good Thursday and upcoming weekend, and I will talk to you next week. All right, bye.